When you were in high school and your guidance counselor asked you what your dream job would be, how many of you said lifeguard? Laying on the beach all day, working on your tan, surrounded by the world's most beautiful people. Hey, lifeguard is not a bad... Wait, what? You can get paid $500,000 to be a lifeguard? Oh, it's in California. Oh, yes. Money is odd in California. So let's check this out. Coming from the Daily Mail. Top paid LA lifeguards earned up to $500,000 in taxpayer money last year through clever use of overtime and benefits. Shall we speculate that a clever use of overtime is just scamming? Hold on, let's not spoil the punchline. Okay, a study from OpenTheBooks.com found that 98 lifeguards in LA earned at least $200,000, including benefits last year. Another 20 made between $300 and $510, while 37 made $50 to $200, quarter million dollars in just overtime pay. 20. Okay. Hey, listen, it's great. Daniel Douglas, the lifeguard captain, earned the most, taking in $510,283. Keep in mind, this was during 2021, when all the beaches were closed because of that thing that we don't talk about. The second highest paid lifeguard, Fernando Boiteau, meanwhile earned $463,000 last year. 18% bonus from the year before. Hey, with everyone being out of work last year, did you get an 18% bonus? No? Sure. Better check under the mattress. Anyway, their salaries were more than 15 times the average lifeguard salary of $31,000. Let's call it $31,000. Okay. Hey, listen, they just had creative, clever use of overtime and benefits. They're just smarter than you are. That's all it is. This is the result of a lucrative non-compete contract in the city of Santa Monica. Sure, why not? Santa Monica, riddled with homeless people, tents in parking lots, people living under bridges, people living on the beach. Santa Monica has turned into a bit of a shithole, they say. There are worse places in California. I mean, San Diego and San Francisco, or there are people pooping on the streets, needles everywhere, homeless people, drug use rampant on the streets. It's a mess. But listen, at least they had the extra money to pay these guys $500,000 to be lifeguards. And don't get me wrong, lifeguards are important jobs. They definitely need to have them. California has a ton of beaches. Tourists come that aren't familiar with undercurrents. I'm not taking away that this isn't a very important job, but just keep in mind, the President of the United States only gets $400,000 a year in salary. Okay? These guys are getting $500,000. So it seems fine. The bullet points on top, it talks about more of them, but this is the guy who got the $500,000. Okay, Daniel Douglas. There's a picture of him in 2009. No problem. Another guy here. He looks very serious. He's probably doing a report on the news. He got $246,000 in overtime last year. So this guy got $246,000 in just overtime. That is very clever use of overtime, my friend. Good for you. Here's another fellow. Okay, all dressed up. What's he got going on here? Lifeguard Division Chief, Fernando. That's Fernando. Okay, second highest paid, taking in $510,000. Okay, hey, good for him. A very clever use of that. Division Chief James Gartland, fourth highest paid, took in $386,000. At this rate, these guys can afford homes on the beach in California. Sweet gig. Then it goes on and on and on. It goes through all of them and who they make and how much they get, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm going to leave it here for just a second. These are the highest paid LA lifeguards in 2021. If you can work the system in California to get as much money as possible, go for it. That's what the people want. Apparently, have you seen any of their politicians? They reward this type of creative bookkeeping. It's fine. Listen, this is what California's all about. Free spirit, kind of do what you want, shit in the streets, live in a tent, break into someone's car. Listen, hey, if you need something in someone's car, you just break into it. They're not going to like arrest you or anything. Isn't California also where they have the, listen, no, it's the 949 Club. Yeah, that's it. I remember now. As long as you steal stuff that's worth less than $9.50, they're not going to prosecute you. So this is that more creative financial thinking they're doing in California. These guys are just playing the game. I can't knock them at all. So listen, your dream job is still open. Start hitting the gym, learn how to swim, and you can become a lifeguard, make $500,000. Seriously though, they've taken in tax revenue. They're taking in tax from your property tax when you buy a house, the property tax when you buy a car. You should see, you know why your gas is so much more expensive in California than the rest of the country? It's gas taxes. So all these taxes they have are all the things. Like you earn a paycheck and you get your California state income tax and your federal income tax. And then when you get that money that's already been taxed and you go buy a thing like a car, well, you have to pay sales tax when you make the purchase on the car. And then when you register the car, you have to pay that registration tax. And then every year you have to pay property tax on that car. We're still talking about the same money you already paid tax on. And then you have to fill it up with gas that's already taxed. So California has a lot of taxes. You guys probably know this already. But at least they're spending your tax money in the best way possible. Lifeguards. If you approve of this kind of creative spending on the most important things in California, then great. You are getting what you voted for, and God bless you. You earned it. You guys earned it. This is what you need to keep Californians safe on the beach. You need these guys making $500,000. Brilliant. Now, take a slow speed jog through the sand, hit that subscribe button, and then go away.